You ever wake up in the morning, for example, and your face is all puffy?
Chili, baby,
Okay, so what we're going to go over today, we're going to go over sodium. Sodium intake, how to reduce sodium in your diet, the effects of sodium. You ever wake up in the morning, for example, and your face is all puffy?
chili, baby,
Or maybe your joints are puffy. Sodium, I mean, it's an essential nutrient that our body needs. And we need the sodium to help keep our body's fluids in proper balance. Okay, too much sodium or too little sodium causes an imbalance. Balance is so critical in order for our body to function properly. A balanced body is a much healthier body than an imbalanced body. Now, also, sodium helps keep the muscles and the nerves running smoothly. So diets that are high in sodium can, by all means, raise your blood pressure, okay? Raising your blood pressure can increase your risk of heart disease, which can lead to stroke. I mean, these are bad things. Again, the sodium causing an imbalance. Most of the sodium that we consume is coming from the foods we eat, the processed foods, the highly processed foods, the prepackaged meals, the prepackaged foods for that matter, not the table salt that we're putting on our foods that we cook at home. That's not the culprit. Our food supply, which unfortunately the Americans consume way too much of prepackaged foods, simply has too much sodium in it. So I mentioned the puffy face, the stiff joints, the swelling, that kind of thing, how it can be related to sodium intake, because sodium wants to balance the fluids. We don't want too much, we don't want too little, it's all about balance. So if you want to reduce that puffiness and the swelling in the joints, stop eating so much sodium.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
And the easiest way to do that is to stop eating so much prepackaged meals, so much processed foods, and that will really make a huge difference right there in and of itself.
Why didn't you say so?
So, bottom line is eat good, healthy food, real food, not processed foods, and you'll see a difference. You know, most of the patients that we see, again, I am involved primarily in weight loss, helping people lose weight because of all the other health issues associated with weight. But when our patients are on a program, and one of the first things I notice so many times is how when they're losing weight, how they lose it in their face, their cheeks, their neck. Makes a world of difference if you're losing weight in a healthy way. Losing weight in a healthy way. There are so many ways to lose weight that are unhealthy. You don't want to go down that path.
Don't.
And we'll talk about that in some future episodes. Okay?
Okay!
So let's talk about inflammation. We've all heard the term. Inflammation is your body's immune system's response to a stimulus, okay? For example, let's say you're walking down the sidewalk, or you trip, you fall, you scrape your knee, swells up, it's painful, it turns red. That's an inflammatory response. That's a good thing.
That's good. You're darn right, that's good.
Now, let's talk about a different type of inflammation.
Let's do it.
That is not so good. Low-grade, chronic, systemic inflammation. You don't even know what's going on until you develop a condition, if you will, that can be related to that, which could be diabetes, for example. gaining weight, obesity, irritable bowel syndrome, digestive issues, autoimmune issues, fatty liver due to chronic low-grade inflammation. So how does diet fit into this inflammation picture?
This is a great shot, Mav. I should be a photographer.
If you are eating highly processed foods, really sweet, sugary foods, greasy foods, and you're eating these these processed foods a lot, your body, again, is going to have a response to that, and that is this low-grade systemic inflammation.
Why would we do that?
On the flip side, if you're eating good, healthy foods, plenty of fruits, plenty of vegetables, lean meats, that's an anti-inflammatory diet, and it helps to prevent that low-grade systemic inflammation. So you really have control over this. It's just based on what you're putting into your body, if you will. Our weight loss program, anti-inflammatory, period. That's what it's all about.
That's what I'm talking about.
The low-grade chronic inflammation is the root cause of basically, almost every chronic condition. So, it's about what we're eating, okay? Now, with that in mind, you know a little bit more about sodium, you know a little bit more about inflammation.
And knowing is half the battle.
Now, let's go over to my house and grill up a low sodium, anti-inflammatory, very good, healthy meal. How about that? Let's go.
Let's go!
Okay, this is what we're putting on the grill this time around. So we got a filet. Can't go wrong with the filet. Got some zucchini, yellow squash, and some, you may think rice, but it's riced cauliflower. So, I mean, as far as the filet goes, I mean, you really don't need to put a lot on the filet to make it good. I mean, a filet is good regardless. I put a little bit of salt, not a lot. This is kosher salt. It's a good salt, good quality salt, a little bit of pepper, and really that's all you need to do. And I'll put this on both sides. But that's what we're gonna have here this evening. So, you know, I can't do this by myself. I've got a cameraman that's helping me out. I've mentioned before, I've got 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. And this is my 3rd son, Paxton, who's helped me out, which I really appreciate, Paxton, by the way. Hey, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Thank you, Paxton. That's very good. I appreciate that. He does well. Thanks. We'll get this on the grill and get this show on the road. Okay, so I lost my help. Paxton ditched me, which is pretty typical. But anyway, I'm gonna flip this around here. Here we go. We've got this filet. This grill is super duper hot. We've got the veggies going. But we're gonna put this guy on here. That is going to be good. This should be perfect. Really should. Take this off. Got the veggies. Gonna get them off. Take them in the house. When I bring the steak in, I do cover it for a good 10 minutes because it'll cook a little bit more. And again, I mean, it really should be perfect. Man, does that ever look good. Okay, here we go. This is the finished product here. Have the filet, the riced cauliflower, these mixed veggies, zucchini, yellow squash. Didn't forget the dessert. Got some fruit, strawberries, blackberries. And again, I mean, this is so easy, but it's really healthy. It's good. Let's take a look at this steak here and see what this looks like. I'm hoping that it's perfect. Let's see what we have. Oh my, that looks pretty good. There you have it, folks. Another great meal from the grill. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you're notified of the next segment. Please like and comment on the content of this video, and follow us on Instagram at Advanced Health Concepts. Thank you.